Off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Seahawks.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run it with Carson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing is Wilson. Gets it to Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and now the rookie's free. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, it's Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action now. Bridgewater looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are down by a single possession here, 16-9 as they come up 1st and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still going to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. KJ Hamler returning it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Lockett. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Williams trucks over him. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Now McManus on to kick this one off.
From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 8.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Now it's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They give it to Williams, running right. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. This is Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Carson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Bridgewater to throw it. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here's Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. Calling a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's third and long. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's third and long. Escaping the pressure right. Airing one out for Crowder. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Seahawks 32-yard line.
They run it again with Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And McManus able to put it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Airing one out for Crowder. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Broncos. Curtis Samuel. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. It's complete to Lockett. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. On the option to give to Williams here. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Tight dog, tight.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Check, watch the before. Go wide, man.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy.